Hydroponics. Hydroponics. What is hydroponics? Is lotus hydroponics? What am I gonna plant for today? Maybe pak choy? That's toxic. Maybe lettuce? That's ugly. My lord, we have a problem. What is it, trooper? All of the hydroponics were dead. All this and more in this episode of PBL. Okay, but seriously, what is hydroponics? In short, hydroponics is a method of cultivating plants but doesn't use soil as a planting medium, so the planting medium only uses water. Usually, people who want to grow using hydroponics will buy or assemble planting tool like this or this. Even though the plants that can be cultivated are pretty limited, hydroponics is quite popular, even by hobbyists that just plant stuff for fun, because they are clean and quite easy to cultivate. So there's a lot of people that using this. And that's pretty good, right? Clean plants, easy to manage, so what's the problem? The problem is, if hydroponic plants are planted carelessly, then the quality of the plants will of course decrease. Or, even worse, crop failure. This is not a big problem for those who grow hydroponics as a hobby, but for large industries this can be a serious problem. That's why our group made a prototype called Hy-oT, a tool that can monitor things that can affect the growth of hydroponic plants. These things like temperature, humidity, water pH, etc. And then these data will be visible on each farmer's smartphone. In order to do this, we need sensors that can collect data from the surrounding environment. Then, these sensors will be assembled into a tool so they can work. In this tool, there is another component called a microcontroller that will manage all these sensors and then send the collected data to the internet. After that, the data will be sent to the database. And finally, the application that we created will collect data from the database and display it on our smartphone. That's the picture of this project. So we have like 12 weeks to complete this project, and from the first to second week, most of what we did was just planning, like what sensors to use, how the circuit was arranged, cleaning our hydroponic planting station, what plants to cultivate, etc. And here are the components that we use. As for the plants, what we plant is pak choy because 1. It is easier and faster to grow, and 2. The name of the plant is kind of funny. From the 3rd to 5th week, we spent our time to learn how to grow pak choy in hydroponics alongside studying the sensors that we have and continuing to make the circuits. From the 6th to 9th week, we started developing the Hy-oT application using a website called MIT App Inventor. As for the database, we used Firebase to take advantage of the real-time database feature, so we can see changes in data taken by sensors in real time. And finally, week 10 to the last week, we have assembled the tool in Project Box, and the tool is pretty much functional now. Even though there's still a lot of shortcomings and error, Hy-oT prototype is ready to use. Our hope is that with Hy-oT, the management of hydroponic plants by a local farmer will be easier, because farmers don't have to bother going to their plants one by one and checking the temperature, nutrient levels, etc. All they have to do is use Hy-oT applications, and farmer can already monitor their hydroponic plants easily. And that is all for our video. Thanks for watching and have a good day, everyone.